you will receive a packet of information. This is for the supplies. This is for cleanup. Safety guru, someone who's watching safety, not only the participants, but of the eventual user. We like to have a sage, someone who's paying attention to team dynamics, quality control and customer relations, and then a team captain, someone who's really maybe the most builder-friendly or knows the most about construction. And then you're going to have a diagram and instructions on the Playhouse itself and how it's built. So let's look at the supplies. This primary wood here is going to be the structure of the Playhouse, the front trellising, the foundation, and the walls. And in the box are going to be also pieces to the trellis structure and the front of the Playhouse. If you look at the design there, you'll notice how it's going to be assembled. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I've laid out all of the wood in alphabetical order. I have the A's are the shortest, B's, C's are a little longer, D, E, F, and G. The A's and B's are going to be for the trellising structure, and we'll address that in a minute. And then the C's and D's are going to be the foundation of the house. So let's go ahead and assemble that. We have the D's and C's here, and when you lay them on the ground, it should make a perfect square because the foundation of the house is a square. You can see that the D's have been pre-drilled on the ends, and we're going to use those to go into the ends of the wood here. It's good to be on a flat surface, and I'm going to go ahead and hammer those in right now. Okay, you will need a little weight on the item, so I'm just going to stand on it. Or you can stand it like this. We use the longer screws for this. Okay, now let's build the trellis. This is the front trellis structure. This is going to attach to the front of the house. You can see that the ends are over the ends here, so they're pre-drilled to go through these ends. And then the interior structure is evenly spaced here and then here. And you'll be nailing through this side and through the ends with 2 wood. These are not pre-drilled because they're center drill and they shouldn't split. Let's look at the pieces of the house. The plywood. This is going to be your front piece, which is going to just simply attach to the front like this. And this will be the back piece. And you can see we have a large cutout window. Some of the youth organizations request a large window so that kids don't feel claustrophobic in the house. Okay, we have to support these pieces with larger material. So the A boards are going to be nailed onto this section. You'll see that in the instructions. There'll be another A board here. There'll be a G board that you will nail onto this section. You can see that the angled cut will line up with that angled cut. And then these are the pieces that will allow you to then attach the sidewalls to it to make our box or our square. There will also be another board that will go between the 2 ridges of the front and back of the house. So here, and it will go right here. And this will be the board that the roof will attach to. You'll see it in the drawing, and it's pretty straightforward. So if this is the front of the house, if it were just a square, but there'll be a trellis attached to the front of it. And the roof will be coming down, maybe sticking out as far as my hand. So you can imagine if it's coming down and sticking out this far. When the trellis is attached, you're going to want the tops of the trellises to be away from the house, or they will hit this roof structure. And you'll see it in some of the photographs, and we'll give you a close-up of that. But that's why the trellis structure, when they put the tops on of that, they need to be away from the house so that the roof does not collide with the crossboards of the top of the trellis. Your participants are going to do a great job turning this blank canvas into a beautiful work of art and a playhouse. There's a couple things you want to do as a facilitator to secure this before you deliver it. If the roof is coming down here and we have our interior structure board, we're going to want to put a screw, a long screw, down through this top to ensure that the roof is attached firmly. You're going to want to test the top of the trellising structure so that it can't pull out, and a screw or 2 in each of them will also secure it. Nails are easy to pound in and easy to pull out, and that's an advantage if your teams make mistakes. But once it's attached and everything looks solid, put a long, large screw into each of those points to really hold the house secured. You can do that after your participants are gone or right before they're loaded into the trucks. Good luck in your Playhouse challenge. Please reach out to us if you have any questions. Have a great time. So we were in the shop looking at all of the pieces and parts, and notice how the trellis structure came together, nailed through the top, which we can support that with a screw, as well as the entire trellis structure. And as a facilitator, you'll screw here and here to attach it to the framing inside the house. The tops of the trellis. One, two, three. We want to secure the roof to the interior wooden structure, and we do that with 4 key screws. One in the corner here, angled down, solid. The house is ready for delivery. We're going to deliver it. Good luck as your teams or yourself build your Playhouse challenge. When it comes to cleanup, your participants will be responsible for this task. The supplies people understand what's reusable and what they can discard. You see here we have a lot of paint left over and the soiled paint brushes. Those can be discarded. If there's a lot of paint left, go ahead and pour it into the paint container in the color that's the most similar to the extra paint that you have. And the participants will do that. When you have one of these brushes, they can be hard to remove. Hit it on the side of the garbage can and you can return this item. Other than that, everything is explained in the supplies manager sheet. Please recycle what you can, and we reuse all of the other items. Put them into the blue container and send them back to Odyssey.